What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Only One KDB, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, bro, we got the most awkward interviews in hip-hop history, bro. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you get notified when I drop another banger video, bro. But, bro, there's been a lot of awkward videos out here, bro, in the hip-hop history, in the hip-hop community, whatever you want to call it. I ain't gonna lie, hip-hop a little dry right now, bro. Ain't nobody really dropping music like that, really. You know what I'm saying? Bro, 2018 was the best year for hip-hop, but we ain't talking about that right now. We finna get to this video, bro. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and let's get to it, bro. I've been talking for long enough, bro. We just finna get to the video, fam.
Rappers are notoriously
God
tough to
damn, this shit
come
loud.
off too much like the police, and there's every chance they'll shut down and refuse to participate in the interview. On the other hand, if a rapper says or does the wrong thing during an interview, like Drake infamously freestyling off his BlackBerry in 2009, there's every chance that this will be etched.
He was freestyling off a BlackBerry? Nah, that's crazy. I ain't never heard of no shit like that.
Their legacy forever. In this video, we're taking a closer look at some of the most awkward interviews in hip-hop.
Oh yeah, I remember the Birdman
often
video.
When new rappers emerge, news outlets will try to poke holes in the image they've constructed around themselves. But often, the artists are too savvy, and all the journalists who've tried to defame them end up doing is making them appear even more appealing to their fan base. That was the case when BBC attempted to tangle with a young Tyler the Creator in Odd Future. Flanked by the group's colorful cast of characters, which included Damo.
Nah, BBC is wild. Bro, BBC? What the is that a network or something? Like, what the Let's continue,
Brand,
man.
Haji Beats, and Sid the Kid. The reporter made a mistake of underestimating the crew and clearly went into the interview with a preconceived idea of how he wanted to portray them. The result is a combative masterclass, with Tyler going out of his way to make things as difficult as possible.
Okay, now what about your lyrics? What do you say?
Is that a cast?
Nothing to old white people off like you.
Is that right?
My lyrics aren't offensive.
Some people find them offensive.
Some people find everything offensive. Okay.
But when it comes to awkward interviews, no one has turned this into an art form quite like Nardwuar. A bona fide legend who's received his flowers from virtually every rapper, getting the interview with Nardwuar is seen as an honor for most upcoming rappers.
Nardwuar.
Spent years witnessing him bamboozle his guests with obscure knowledge about their lives. But over the years, this hasn't always gone to plan. In rock music, the likes of Blur, Henry Rollins, and Slipknot all found themselves confused by Nardwuar's shtick, to the point of
Is
getting...
these niggas WWE wrestlers? Why they got masks on? I thought these were some rapping niggas. These niggas look like Rey Mysterio in the fucking Sin Cara. Y'all know who Sin Cara is. For all my wrestling fans, y'all know who that is.
And in hip-hop, the likes of Lil Uzi Vert decided to run away from him, while Jay-Z just seemed utterly confused. But if any interview between Nardwuar and an MC who refused to play ball was painful to witness, it was Nas. Back in the day, Nas agreed to sit down with Nardwuar during a Canadian tour stop. Initially, things started off amicably enough, with Nas seemingly impressed by the degree of research Nardwuar had undertaken.
This dude here, see where he's at? This is the project where I come from. That's the elevator door is open. See, that's the first floor. And he's telling the crackhead, James.
Fuck, that's 1930. Bro, why the fuck is it a great, fucking great photo? This shit from 1950, ain't it? God damn, they ain't had no fucking quality color pictures.
This crazy thing. Sweet crazy, you're crazy.
How old is Nas?
He originally seemed amused by the endless selection of records and pop culture trinkets that Nardwuar decided to bestow upon him. Nas's patience would eventually wear thin, and by the end, that normally composed MC was as hostile as we've ever seen him.
You are nuts, you are psycho, but it's all love, it's all music.
Thanks so much, Nas. Keep on rocking in the free world and do.
Yo, it's over.
What the fuck?
Over. Move the mic. Move the mic.
While Nas managed to keep things cordial with Nardwuar for a little while, the same couldn't be said for Kodak Black's appearance on Ebro in the Morning. A man who will make several appearances on this list, Ebro's demeanor has a way of getting under people's skin in a way that he doesn't seem to be aware of. But when Yak turned up to the Hot 97 studios, Ebro was determined to broach Kodak Black's pending case with him.
And with respect to, you know, everybody involved in that case, we can't get into details today. But, you know, we take Salt here serious. But we hope, you know, to have you back so we can have a deeper conversation about that because, you know, this is a serious topic. And we're hearing these stories a lot.
After some haphazard attempts from Peter Rosenberg to guide the conversation back to neutral ground with a bizarre comment about the moon landing, it wasn't long.
They shouldn't have, I think interviewers shouldn't ask like rappers about their charges and shit, like especially pending charges, like something they going through like currently. Like why the fuck you asking them about that for, bro?
Kodak's annoyance boiled over.
You seem upset that I brought it up.
I feel like sometimes when like we going through, like y'all be entertained by bull. Change the subject. I'm finna walk out.
I'm finna walk out.
Talk about nothing else. We could be done right here.
All right, I'm going.
After the fact, Ebro received a mixture of praise and backlash from the culture, and in a subsequent radio appearance, he made it clear that this wasn't his intention. I did not want it to go that way. I'm not happy with the way that it went. I'm not happy it went that way. I feel bad that it went that way, because I felt like I was honestly trying to have a balanced conversation with an individual who has a crazy past, dealing with some very
that's
real
cap.
things. It's very strange right now, Ebro said. It makes nobody happy. I really, really wanted to end that in a good way. Where this incident stemmed from Kodak not wanting to delve into his personal life, this next awkward encounter involving Ebro was one in which the generational
What's
gap
up with
between
Ebro,
him and the
bro? He
current
been
crop
on
of
here
hip-hop
2 times
artists
straight.
is all too apparent. During Lil Uzi Vert's meteoric rise to fame, he stopped in at Hot 97, and almost instantly, he was met with a dismissive attitude from Ebro. From the outset, he seemed intent on painting Uzi as just another mumble rapper, and as we know, he was anything but. And because of his supreme confidence, Uzi made what could have been a painful experience into one where he made predictions that, in hindsight, simply exposed Ebro's lack of understanding of what Uzi was trying to accomplish.
Okay.
Wrong, bro.
I mean, are they? Everybody's
Yeah.
grown. He fell off at the end.
Put another beat on.
Nah, because all I got is old man beats, and you're not built for
Hey,
that.
listen, it's gonna be a lot of young guys coming up here, and they ain't gonna want to rap on that. I'm trying to tell you, it's changing.
Yo, look, I hope they change. But as I've seen with all you little young...
Nigga, he got on a... Ain't that the little beats you used to make on the tablet and shit? Like in school, who remember in school and shit used to make the beats on the tablet and shit? That's the kind of beat he playing. Who the fuck rapping off of that? That tablet ass beat? A nigga ain't nobody fucking rap. That said doom doom. Doom doom. Nigga, cut that bullshit off. Nigga, ain't nobody fucking hearing that shit. Ain't nobody trying to rap off that
y'all
shit.
get to like 27, 28, and y'all get to struggling, and y'all be trying to come back
tell
and
you
find
what,
that sound.
I ain't gonna struggle, bro.
And guess what?
That garage band ass
It's
beat.
gonna be totally different too.
That's what it's called, garage
Yeah,
band.
watch Sorry about it.
History's proven Uzi to be right, with his decision to stay the course paying dividends for years to come. But while his appearance on Hot 97 emboldened him, there are other cases in which a chaotic interview can set the course for a massive change in an artist's life. Here we have Boonk Gang's disastrous appearance.
Oh, I remember this. His ass
An
was
incident which
fucked.
Adam
He was
22
fucked
is
up.
categorized as the worst interview in No Jumper history. Boonk appeared notably intoxicated from the start. And although there is an argument to be made that Adam should have never put him in front of the camera in the first place, he did.
See, that's the problem with Adam, bro. All he care about is money, fame. He don't give a fuck about nothing. He let niggas crack his. He let niggas run through his girl like a freight train. I'm not bullshitting. Yeah, Adam No Jumper 22 must be stopped, bro.
Here to try to wind things up as soon as he could, particularly as Boonk began to repeat himself.
Bullgate is up right now. I've been up for the past 3 weeks.
Because I would like to do an interview when you're sober.
No, you don't want to do an interview when I'm sober. I may not have the hiccups from it like this.
The hiccups are not the biggest problem, but
Yeah.
okay. Boonk Gang, everybody. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Since then,
Boonk Gang,
now named
everybody.
Joe Gabbana, has turned his life around. But while Boonk Gang all but left music without leaving a mark on the industry, two men that have are Childish Gambino and Chief Keef. Both exploding into the scene in the early 2010s, ATL's Donald
Okay.
Glover has become a pioneer in nearly every avenue, while Glow Gang's Chief Keef was instrumental to the foundation of drill as we know it. But as
Right.
it became clear when Noisy aligned the two for a one-on-one interview, it became obvious that despite their significant contributions to the game, they lacked natural chemistry when brought together. Over the course of a painful 4 minutes, the pair couldn't find sufficient common ground, nor enough mutual admiration to make it work. With Keith clearly irritated by the conversation, making it known that he would rather not have to endure it, while Donald struggled to find something to say.
You don't like talking that much. You say you're not a big talker. I feel that. You're 17. You're about to turn 18.
Yeah.
I didn't really like to talk that much when I was 18. I just kind of like drew a lot of stuff. You you got a lot of tattoos.
You ain't got no tat?
I might get one that just says what I'm allergic to or something like that.
What the
I heard
fuck?
You like belts a lot.
Somehow, things got even more excruciating when the conversation turned to music, with Donald misquoting Chief Keef's breakout hit in possibly the worst way conceivable.
I spoke to people. That line like a fart, that's what I don't like.
Who said that?
Is that all on there?
Hell no.
What's the first part? What's the last one?
That's it. Sneak dishes.
I don't like fart.
Right.
Where interactions like Keith and Gambino's painfully
That shit was so
conversation
cringy.
was the product of
That nigga
mutual
said farts.
misunderstanding
Like,
rather
nigga,
than
what?
animosity, there are other cases where personal grievances spill over into the airwaves. This was definitely the case when it came to Joe Budden's infamous appearance on Hot 97. Set to appear on the show to promote Rage and the Machine, both Joe's beef with Drake and his high-profile issues with his former podcast co-host Marissa Mendez were brought up on air. Left angered by Hot 97 hijacking the interview to discuss anything but his album, Joe let his issues with Ebro and
Joe Budden got an
known
album?
in the most Joe way possible.
I don't think that you guys are able to have an objective conversation, number one. Number two, this podcast conversation is not a conversation I care to have, especially not early in the morning. Number 3, if Peter and or Marissa feel away, then there are other mediums for that to be discussed if it's going to be discussed at all. Next time I come here for an interview, send my manager the talk points. I didn't know that this would be an utter complete waste of time. We talked about Drake for 10 minutes, and we talked about the album
And
for
we know
30
we played
seconds,
your song.
and then
And we
we
played your
talked
song.
about Marissa and Peter.
You want to talk about beats? You wanna
Peter
talk about
Parker?
snares
I
and
want you to
hi-hats?
talk about something
You want me
compelling.
to pull A-Rab up and talk about the MPC Renaissance? Yo, the bar you spit, this pattern you used, the percussion, the way you used your voice like a drum and the percussion and fell in the pocket at the end, it was hard.
I want to thank all of you for your time.
What show we have covered?
I don't know. That's your job to talk about. I don't do a morning show. I do a podcast.
We'll talk more album time. No, we won't.
That nigga got the fuck out of
A
there.
grilling that he neither signed up for nor wanted, but that doesn't mean that he necessarily had any empathy for others when he placed them in a similar situation. Here we have Joey Jump-Off's infamous Everyday Struggle showdown with Lil Yachty. Appearing on the headline-making Complex show was always a calculated gamble, and appearances from Vic Mensa and a near-physical altercation with Migos certainly made.
I remember this.
But they all pale in comparison.
Look like I left off Bad and Bougie.
Then Quality Control's newest star appeared. Over the course of the interview, Budden seemed incredibly frustrated by what he saw as Yachty's naivety and ignorance.
I don't care about the business part. I care about how Yachty feels.
You're giving me every day because life is moving in such a positive way. I can't get slowed down.
Nobody is one thing forever. You cannot tell me in the music business you are happy 24/7. That is a lie. That is bull. And I refuse to have somebody tell me bull. I want to have an honest conversation.
So when you come from a college.
How you gonna tell him if he happy or not? Nigga talking about something. You can't tell me that you happy in the music business 24/7. Nigga, that's how you feel. You wasn't just cause you wasn't happy in the music business, that don't mean he not. How the fuck you gonna tell him how you feeling?
Come on with no money and you ain't getting no play with no girls, you have no car.
Right.
You come to having 3-4 cars, you got millions of dollars, $500,000 on your body just to wear. How could you be upset?
Because I don't think that's where your values lie. That's why. Is that sounding old guy mad still?
It sounds like you know you up me trying to bring it back.
I ain't no
What
way.
you said.
If this wasn't bad enough, things continued to intensify to the point that Joe was basically playing the role of a scolding parent while Yachty took it in stride.
Tell me what you want from hip-hop. You don't think that's a question you should answer at some point? Or are you leaving all of this to QC to figure out?
Nah, I mean, I'm making music, bro. I'm just having fun. My fans
You
love
have
it.
to. You don't sound like you very aware with what's going on, and you one of the hottest on earth.
But what do you want me to say?
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not. I want you to appreciate the culture that changed your life and took you from college dorm rooms eating oodles and noodles. I want you who's well-spoken and articulates himself well.
Chill.
A storm
Right,
which
bro,
refused to
relax, bro. You
subside.
screaming
One
and
of the harsh
shit.
words
You
resulted
sound
in a diss
angry,
on QC's Ice
Joe.
Cream from Yachty and Quavo. Since then, the two have squashed the beef. In a similar vein, our next entry is another instance where a rapper
He was beefing
turned
with a
media
nigga named Ice
personality
Tray?
had an incendiary debate. Back in 2013, Kanye was an explosive form when it came to generating carnage wherever he went. A time where the man who'd become Ye was gradually becoming more and more outspoken, things came to a head when he appeared on Sway in the Morning to promote his forthcoming album, Yeezus.
Who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Or why don't you empower yourself? Take a few steps
How,
back.
Sway?
You ain't got the answer, Sway. I've been doing this more than you. You ain't got the answers. You ain't been doing the education. You ain't spent $13 million of your
I
own
know
money
you're
trying to
absolutely
empower
right.
yourself.
Yes, but I spent hundreds of thousands and putting out clothing lines at a smaller degree.
It ain't Ralph
let
level.
me ask
What's
you,
the name of your clothing line? We don't know.
Why is it that you can't? Money,
I
you
just
have
told you,
investors.
I lost the money because I did not have the knowledge
Okay,
of how
so
to
you
do it
don't
the
have
right way.
money. You ain't got to turn up, man. This ain't no show, man.
No,
I'm
but-
talking to you as a homie. You ain't got to turn up on me man to man, dog. These mics, we could turn all this off. You ain't got to do this. Don't try to embarrass us.
An incident which promptly reached the status
Yo,
of
niggas
iconic
be saying that a lot, bro. Fuck all that, man. We can turn the mics off. We can turn the cameras off. We ain't gotta do this, bro. We can have a conversation off camera. Nigga, you know damn well you was never turning them cameras off, nor you was turning the mic off, bro. Niggas just be talking, bro. But I remember that interview, bro. Nigga was like, how, Sway? How, Sway?
Kanye and Sway put the fiery exchange behind them until years later, when his high-profile rift with Adidas led Ye to consider that perhaps Sway was actually right about remaining independent. On the subject of time, and more specifically timekeeping, we have our final entry. For this one, we need to head over to Norway for a legendary interview with Snoop Dogg. After arriving at an interview in a sneaker store a long time after he was scheduled to, a reporter innocently tried to press the Dogfather on his punctuality. Almost instantly, Snoop made it known that this was a very bad idea.
You're 5 hours late here. And
Man, shut the up.
Yeah, why you were so late, and I saw you were tweeting about you being stopped at the border.
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late. Because I wanted to go see Norway up close and personal and visit the old folks home. I went to a conference.
5 hours late is crazy.
Now is the partying changing?
I don't party. Get this
He was mad as shit.
A Science and Kirk success.
But anyway, god damn, stop. But anyway, that's going to do it for the video, bro. If you enjoyed that reaction video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you get notified I drop another banger, bro. We out of here, bro. Yeah, these are some awkward interviews, bro. I ain't going to lie, bro. Joe Budden beefing with a nigga named fucking Ice Tray is crazy. I didn't even know that, bro. I didn't even know Joe Budden like rap. I didn't even know he dropped the album or none of that shit. What the fuck did Joe Budden do? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or nothing. Like, I really don't, like... I don't know. Like, I know he got podcasts and shit now. Like, I be watching it sometimes, but we finna get out of here, bro.